Hey, future me here. While editing this video, I realized that I didn't mention quite how cold it was. We had some really nasty cold weather for a couple of weeks, and that may have impacted what you're about to see later in this video. So, yeah, about 2 weeks we were, single digits for our lows, sometimes into the negatives, and then low 20s for the highs. It was freaking cold, so keep that in mind for what you're about to see next. Yeah, it's about that time again, that time of the year to do an update on this battery, and I have reason to pause for caution. But let's go over the numbers. That's what the point and purpose is all about here. Date, time, temperature looks like that. And I'm starting to get a little concerned though. Let's go out to the pick 'em up truck and I'll show and tell you why. Yeah, it's a little bit like that, huh? It's a Burberry chili. Hey, let me set you up on a tripod here and we'll get into her, huh? All right, I got some update information for you here. Just last Monday, today being Monday, just last Monday, I took my pickup truck here to get it inspected, and it cranked a little slow. I was a little concerned, but I had an appointment, so turnkey drive truck, that's what I do, right? All right, so it cranked a little slow, and like I said, I had an appointment, so I had to get to where I was going. It had sat maybe 2.5 weeks, maybe 3 maximum, no more than that. Anyway, this is what we're looking at the moment. And then I drove it. It was about a 20-mile round trip. I think that's coming out, right? And it worked fine. Battery was obviously a little low because it cranked a little slow. But came home then, let it sit for, I don't know, a week or so. And then gearing up to do this test, I knew it was coming. And Saturday, today being Monday, so just this past Saturday, I grabbed this thing here, this charger slash tester slash multi-tool, hooked it up, and I saw 11.5. This thing was reading 11.5. I thought, well, that's pretty low. Shouldn't be that low, especially considering the fact that, I did just run the truck. Everything should have charged on the trip, and during the runtime. Anyway, let's take a look at the terminals here real quick. Yeah, I was thinking everything would have just charged up during that run. Why would it be 11.5? Yeah, terminals look pretty good there, right? Getting dirty though. I mean, like greasy dirty. I mean, that's the downside of using grease, that dielectric grease. Anyway, put the battery charger on it and started to, just ran it through an auto charge cycle. And then I ran a quick test on it, and I did not like the numbers I was seeing. It was a little scary. It is a little scary. I haven't done anything with it today. We're all going to see it live for the very first time. Wait till this truck passes. So anyway, now the noisemaker's gone. I figure we're all going to see this live for the very first time. I saw what I saw yesterday. Today's a brand new day. I left it on trickle charge all night. Just pulled it off. You watched it happen here. So, like I said, I ain't pulling no punches. Exactly what I see is exactly what you're going to see. Let me set up here, get my other tester, because I haven't used the other one at all. It'll be the very first time that I see it at all this year with the second tester that I've shown you in the last video. So let me go grab that, get my box of tricks all set up here, and run a test on this guy. All right, so I think what I'm going to do here, I'm going to do it in reverse order because I have not seen any results from this at all from that tester this year. So let's start with that one. I got no idea what the battery's going to look like this morning. I know what it looked like yesterday morning, and I had this thing on all day. I mean, it was just on it all day. I ran it through its auto repair cycle, auto charge cycle, and then I just left it on. You just watched me take it off, unplug it physically this morning. So keep that in mind. It is freshly off charge. All right, let's get this guy connected. I don't want my tablet getting wet. Let's see, red and black. Yeah, I don't know. I am a little concerned. First of all, 11.5. I mean, we know from what we saw last year, this tester is not quite accurate. The display, it's accurate when it's connected to the software, but just the display itself is not quite, you know. So it was probably closer to 12. But whatever, that display was reading 11.5. Oh, come on now. Why you gotta be like that all the time? Get on. Stay. Yeah, there we go. Hopefully it should be good. Alrighty, let's do a car. Boop-a-doop. Out of vehicle. Yeah, why don't I show you what we're doing here? I will remember to take physical pictures this time, so, you know, screw the glare. I will beat the glare. I guarantee I'm gonna beat the glare. Cold cranking 950. I haven't used this thing since last year, since the last test on this battery last year, so rocking and rolling. Go, go, go. 86% state of health. Says good battery. Cold cranking amps is down. Everything's down this year. Resistance is up, I think. I don't know. We'll find out when we do the number comparison. But talk about a state of change. Yeah, we got one this year. We for sure got something going on. All right, let me grab a picture of that and move along to the other tester. All right, that data point in the bag. Let's hook up the other one, and we'll do a screen capture then. Which you're a retard. Sometimes, I swear. That's as good as it's gonna get. All right, now in this, I don't know when it happened exactly. In this past year, though, there was an update, a new piece of software that came out for this, whatever, battery charger. I think it's a multi-tool. It's for multiple tools, but we're gonna use the same old that we've always used, and it's this freaking thing that they won't get out of my freaking face. I hate that thing. Get it out of my face. Know what I mean? Anyway, plug not connected. Yeah, of course it's not. But otherwise we are connected. So let's do a quick battery test on her. And I did, full disclosure, I did take a couple of pictures yesterday. I did not, however, take any pictures when I first connected this, when I first ran a test, when I first saw what I initially saw on Saturday. I didn't record that. The thought just never crossed my mind. I didn't expect to see what I saw. Anyway, let's see what we see here. Now, what the frickin' hell, right? That's showing fine. State of charge, 100%. State of health, though, we're still looking at 80. You know, it's low. We got some things going on here. Now, I don't remember what the resistance was last year, but that's why we're doing this test, right? That's where we're getting data every single year. We will be able to, you know, compare notes. We're gonna see what's changing over time. But all right, that's that. You know what? Let me give a wiggle on these again, because as explained and demonstrated last year, these things are fussy about connection. We need perfect connection. I mean, if that ain't bit down perfect, well then, there ain't nothing more I can do with it. Let's run this test one more time, shall we? Go cranking, do it, and get that thing out of my face. No, I'm fighting a glare. Hang on, I'm sorry. I clicked the wrong thing. You don't see a glare this time, but I do. It's nasty. Yeah, we're just printing numbers there. CC cold cranking amps changed a little, but internal resistance stayed the same, so that tells me, that should mean that my connection is the same. Yeah, I don't know. All right, so that is the basic information that we require, right? All right, let's go in and compare some numbers, shall we? All right, I am in the middle of editing. It's still the same day, 2:20 p.m. my time. I think it was closer to 10 a.m. this morning when I started this video. Anyway, I had a thought, and just to be oh so thorough, doing the very, very best job that I possibly can, I better go double check, just to make sure that I'm not screwing up anywhere. All right, let's go back to the truck before we compare these numbers, and I want to do one more thing yet. All right, now, I know some of you, some of you are a little young, a whole lot of inexperienced, and some of you just love to, be the keyboard warriors. So to satisfy those folks, the ones less in the know, let's just put it that way, I'm going to prove to you exactly my state of existence here. You're going to see this firsthand as best it can possibly be done. I'm going to disconnect the battery. I'm going to clean the terminals. We're going to take a battery test again on just the battery itself. Now, I've done nothing to it. It's set exactly how you saw it in the previous clip, right? Done nothing to it. Just going to disconnect it, clean the terminals, run a test, and then I'm going to do a. I'm going to put a meter on it, and we're going to check for any kind of a residual current draw, because I know some of you folks, some of you kids, you don't believe that I got a zero current draw state of existence here. So I'm going to prove that to you. About a 9, 8. There we go. I don't want this video to be, 2 hours long, but I need it to be absolutely thorough. And I can think of no better way to prove to you what I know than to make you know exactly what I know, exactly the way that I know it, right? Yeah, it's just like that. Alrighty. Now, it was supposed to be nice and warm today. That's why I planned on doing this today, but finally the sun just decided to show up. It's barely 39 degrees right now. I think it just hit 39, a minute or two ago. Battery cleaner, right? Terminal cleaner. I'll give her the cleanup job here. Yeah, I mean, that's about what you get there. And to be, just to satisfy the other half of the keyboard warriors that tell me about using dielectric grease, you know what? I'm going to satisfy that argument right now. I'll just put a picture of the back of the package straight from the manufacturer. You just look at that right here, right now, and read it. I've been telling you for decades. They've been telling you longer. You know what I mean? As long as they've been making this product, this is how long they've been telling you to do what I've been telling you to do. And there you go. Let's solve that argument right now. To be crystal clear and perfectly fair, brake clean, right? I'm going to clean those terminals and get the grease off. Ooh, that's shiny. Yeah, that did get shiny, didn't it? Let's give her some more. My point of concern or curiosity while I was editing the video, like, we know how fussy these testers are in regards to perfect connection, electrical connections. Man, I mean, this is just the best job that I can do. If I don't do my very, very best, then I'm not going to be able to sleep very well tonight. It's always going to have this question mark then in the back of my mind, right? I mean, I don't have to get you any closer. You can see how much that both of them just shined right up. So now that's dead clean. Nobody can argue this fact, this point, right? That is as clean as it's ever going to get. Now, let's, I didn't bring my multi-tester. I just brought the Konnwei one out for this one. And we know they're fussy, finicky with connection. So I just thought, if we see a difference in this, then I'll bring the other tester out and we'll just rerun those tests. But if this reads exactly the same as it read before or very close to it, well, then we know, right? We don't have to. We'll all be able to sleep well tonight after this, hopefully. All right, now it's just the battery. And beat that glare, maybe. That car out of vehicle test. Everything is the same as it was. Nothing changed here. AGM flat plate. CCA 950 and go. Wait for it. What's that say? 88%. Cold cranking amps low. Resistance is the same. It's still 290. I think it was 290 before I came out here and hooked this thing up. I mean, those are dead clean terminals, folks. Ain't getting no better than that, right? So, yeah, there ain't no reason to put the other tester on it. We see what we're seeing right here. That is what it is, all right? It sucks, and it's still a matter of fact. All right, let me connect let me clean the battery terminal here. Clean this positive one real quick. And I'm gonna give her my shmoo, like I've been telling you guys to do, because it does not impede current or voltage for that matter. It don't. Don't believe me, you know, read the package, read the right from the manufacturer. That's what they tell you. I've been using this stuff for 25, 26 years now. And Permatex has been making this stuff a whole lot longer than that. So trust the people that know, okay? Not the keyboard warriors. I'm gonna smooth that up. Hang on, I'll be right back. All right, so, you know, that terminal's nice and clean. Hopefully that's coming out. That terminal's nice and clean. I can see the shine on my monitor here, so you can see it. Give her the shmoo. I'm telling you, folks, don't be afraid to use the shmoo. Now, in this case, honestly, it's probably pointless. I do it, I think I've explained this before. I do this more out of habit than, you know, anything else. Because they're brass, because this is a sealed battery, it doesn't vent like a conventional FLA style battery does, or can, or will. Yeah, you know, there you go. Nothing doing. Crank this down, and then we're gonna measure current draw. Prove to you this truck has 0, or at least it did. We're gonna verify it though right here, right now, today. All right, just to be absolutely thorough here and making sure we get all of those data points. I can't think of any better way to do this any better. I've got the battery disconnected. I'm just hooked up there with my meter as the bridge between the negative terminal of the battery and the negative terminal of the cable. And look, I'm on the milliamp scale. Read it. That is what my truck draws. I do not have a current draw. There's nothing wrong with my truck. Numbers are right there. Those numbers, they don't lie, do they? I'm telling you, there's nothing wrong with my truck. Every battery failure that I've had is a battery failure. It ain't my equipment, folks. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Yeah, 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 yeah. So I went out to get some gas today, and the piece of shit won't start. What the friggin' hell? Don't you just love it when that happens? There it sits. Shut it off, and she died. Oh, I don't know how this is going to come out, but some clicking sounds I heard, so I investigated with zero tools, just nothing but my wits, my hands, and my ears. Stuck the key in. You heard the click. Oh, that's what I was hoping for. Thank God. We got her, boys. This is going to be temperature related. Okay. Whew. That saves a massive towing bill. All right, I'm going to get this bitch home, and we're going to get into her. Oh, yeah. Son bitch. All right, well, I mean, it was scary, but it's getting better. All right, show you more later when we get home. All right, this is way later. You know what? I don't even know what part of the video this thing's going to end up. I'm just doing the thing in time as best I can do it. I took this thing for a drive today, and it being the little bitch that it wants to be sometimes, it let me sit. Not a battery. No, not a battery problem. Not a charging problem, which is the point and purpose of what I'm trying to prove to you right here now. No, we have a starting problem, which is PCM controlled, which I do diagnostics of this nature on my other channel, which I will link to, you know, up there and down there. You know, every place you can stick a link is where I stick the link. Anyway, what I want to do right now, I just want to run a charging system test to back up my battery test to make you guys fully know and understand everything that I know and understand. I mean, in this regard, let's put it that way. Let me connect my tablet to this thing, and then we're going to run a charging system test so you can see exactly what I see, right? There ain't no problem with my truck, aside from when it decides it doesn't want to start. Focus. Man, all right, so in the pick-em-up truck here, going over haul, doing a screen recording, and then we will take it from my tablet forward, right? All right. We'll do that. We'll do this. Turn her sideways because this shit does not seem to work with a proper tablet. It only works with cell phones. In the vertical scheme, we'll do this. Start the vehicle. Turn off all electronics. Turn on the electronics. Well, pick a poison. What do you want me to do here? Yes, all of that is done. That's ridiculous. Turn off all electronics. Start the vehicle and press confirm to continue. Yes, vehicle engine's running. All that. And increase engine speed to 2,500. Right there, that's about 2.5K. Confirm. turn on everything. Headlights, AC, it's gonna get windy. Yeah, that put a load on. Yeah, I don't need high blower. Keep my RPMs up. Okay, now, all of you friggin' keyboard warriors, are we done yet? Are we good now? Do you now finally know what I've always been telling you? Alright, so for comparison's sake here, like I said, the main display on this Topdon multi-tool here, I mean, it's close, it's reasonable, but it's not accurate. My meter here being the Fluke 87V version 5, that is the de facto industry standard for multimeters. This is the meter by which all others are primarily judged. So just keeping that in mind, this is used from electricians to electronics to automotive to, you know, literally every industry. This is the meter, all right? 87V. This thing is dead accurate. The Topdon clearly is not. However, when you go to the application side of it, then you're seeing 1272. I mean, that's real damn close. Within a tenth of a volt. We're gonna call that quite good enough. So, I mean, you can see what it's going on there. The cold cranking amps is 950 rated 4. Our state of health is 82%. State of charge says it's 100%, but our tested cold cranking amp value is at 858. It's not so good now, is it? I did not expect to see this kind of a state change in this short of a period of time. This is only the second year, and we're already seeing, we're seeing what we're seeing, right? So that's what the Topdon test has shown. And then we'll come over and look at the Konnwei, I still don't know how to pronunciate that correctly, but it's somewhere in that ballpark. State of health, 86%. The cold cranking amps is supposed to be 950. The measured CCA is 817 amps. It ain't good, guys. I don't want to be seeing this. Look at the resistance value of this thing. That's really, really beginning to climb now. I don't recall. We're gonna find out. I got to look it up yet. We're gonna find out what it was last year in comparison to this. But these are the most current tests. So now we will compare this data to what we got last year. And I think to do this from here on out, I'm going to go to a text-based comparison method. Because showing you pictures in this regard is going to get it's going to get too hard to follow. So we're just going to move on to kind of a spreadsheet sort of a thing. This is what I did. Initially, I created a text file, something that I can copy and paste and put, pretty much everywhere. I have updated this and made it hopefully better for everyone. Turn it into a PDF file so that you can download it, and then it kind of looks a little something like that, right? All right, so the battery, obviously, self-explanatory. The vehicle, self-explanatory. The charging system, tested, proven. The data is what we care about. Before and after, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, however long this thing lasts is what we're going to compare A's and B's and C's and D's against. I did not expect to see what I'm seeing. I really didn't. I expected, honest to God, I expected to see pretty much a rinse and repeat of last year. I mean, I expected a slight differential, but not this. I did not expect to see what I'm seeing here. Knowing how the battery just acted not but, a few days ago, just when I went to, turnkey drive truck. Man, that does not instill any sort of confidence in me. This is the typical mode of failure. Everything gets cold, everything fails. This is the way it always happens for me, or at least this is where it begins, let's put it that way. Most batteries are toast in the heat or the cold. It typically doesn't matter, but when for me anyway, I start to see the first signs of failure when it gets cold, and I'm seeing them. I'm seeing the first signs of failure, and you're looking at the numbers right here. So this is what it is. You know what? I'm thinking now I'm going to just send this off to Odyssey and get their input on what I've done thus far, and let's see what they have to say about my less than impressive test results here. Let's just do that. And then if they get back to me with, anything reasonable, anything that I can show you, I'll put a year 2 part A, part B, I'll put A's and B's together and make it like that. We'll just make it a multi-part series, but I will update this. If they tell me anything that, is worthy of mention, I will make a separate video and go over it there. All right, so these are the numbers. It sucks is what it looks like. It sucks. All right. I will put this in text. I'll put it in downloadable text so you can actually get this PDF file. This is what I'm going to stick with from here on out. I'm going to keep creating this PDF file. Well, I don't know what you guys are thinking, but I am personally less than impressed. Now, like I said, I'm going to send that data off to Odyssey, and we're going to see what they have to say about it. I'm not holding my breath, nor should you, but I'll point blank tell you this. This particular video will go live before I send that video, or send that request, that email off to them. So there's going to be this this little bit of show and tell somewhere, out there, long before they have a chance to reply. So that might be incentive. I've read some horror stories. I don't know. I've never dealt with them. This is going to be my very, very first try. But maybe it's something, maybe it's nothing. Maybe we all got our panties bunched up for no good reason. But I'm going to find out. And that's as best I can tell you. Now, this battery. Oh, this truck even. It's a good truck overall. It's high mileage, so you're going to have the problems that you normally would expect with high mileage vehicles. I got a starting issue, and yeah, it's not necessarily new. It's becoming more problematic. It's never let me sit before until it just finally did. And you watched it happen the very first time it ever let me sit. Yeah, well, that's what happens. More than likely, it is just a starter. I got the truck hot. I got everything, up to operating temp, and took her for a drive, and yeah, everything was clicking, but the starter would not engage. Now, that's like I said, that is things that I normally deal with on my secondary channel, Finite Tuning. This is my review channel. So trying to keep reviews all about reviews, even though they sometimes overlap. So I don't know what more I can tell you all about this. We're going to end it I think, right about here. And I'll keep you updated if there's an update. But, you know, otherwise, get subscribed, do the bells, the whistles, and all that bullshit. You know all about that. And, hey, we're going to see you in the next one. Aight. Hey, thanks for hanging out, guys, and cheers. That's a thumb. I swear to God, that's my thumb.